Decision-making with imperfect information. The core of Texas No Limit Hold'em is all about making decisions with imperfect information. At the poker tables, we are continually faced with decisions. Many of them are tough. There are only 169 unique hands, yet there are countless variations to the situations and players at the tables. Fortunately, there are many patterns and similarities in the cards, board textures, bet sizes, stack sizes, player tendencies, and more. Patterns and similarities help us make sense of the game. They also provide a solid foundation for making great decisions in a wide array of situations. A good analogy is golf. There are never two shots exactly alike. Yet, the patterns and similarities of courses help golfers play situations confidently. This lesson has been created to provide you a step-by-step process to make sound decisions that you can feel good about. It takes time and practice to apply the steps effectively. The more that you apply these steps, the more comfortable you will become with them. Over time, strive to make them second nature. I originally created these 5 steps for work I was doing on critical thinking and problem solving for business, engineering, personal decisions, and more. These steps are equally useful at the poker tables.
They are: collect the facts and data, make your assumptions, identify your options,
use the math, logic, common sense, and your feelings,
and then make your decision. Let's go over each one of these separately. First, you're going to have a wide array of questions to think about. For example, what is your hand? What is the situation? What is your position? What is your stack size? And more. Step 2 is make your assumptions. And here are some of the primary ones to consider. What is your stack size telling you? Is your hand good enough to play in this situation? Should you consider betting? Should you consider folding? Should you consider calling a bet? And so on and so forth. As we get deeper in the decision-making process, the decisions will be narrowed, as we'll see. Identify your options. These are very straightforward. Check, bet, fold, raise, re-raise, or go all in. If you bet, raise, or re-raise, you need to determine the size of your raise or re-raise to accomplish your intentions. We will go into detail on proper bet sizing in an upcoming section.
Now that you've collected the facts and data, made your assumptions, identified your options, it's time to use the math, logic, common sense, and your feelings, basically your gut, to make a decision that you feel good about.
And finally, make your decision. Either check, bet, fold, raise, re-raise, or go all in. Although the decision-making process is straightforward, there's a great deal to consider. It takes time to develop refined decision-making skills.
One more point: putting your opponents in tough situations. A key to success at the tables is to put your opponents in tough situations so they must make difficult decisions. Mistakes are made when this occurs. Let me explain. Once you are confident with your own decision-making process at the tables, the next step is to get into the head of your opponents. Understand how he or she makes decisions and then develop strategies to put him or her to the test whenever possible. Many of the players only use the right side of their brain, feelings, emotions, and intuition to make their decisions. It is equally important to access the left side of your brain, logic, analytic, and objective, to provide you with a competitive advantage against many of your opponents. The more confident you are with making good decisions while putting your opponents in situations where they must make tough ones, the more of a competitive advantage that you will have. And in conclusion, these 5 simple but powerful steps shown in this section can be used to make a wide array of decisions at the poker tables. The more you use these steps, the easier that they will become.